I didn't pick the apartment because it was cheap. That's what I tell people when they ask. I picked it because of the tag. Jikobukken. Accident property. A place where someone died in a way normal people don't want to think about while they're folding laundry or microwaving leftovers. Suicide. Murder. Lonely death, found too late. Places like that go on discount. Landlords are legally required to mention certain incidents, but they also know a low enough price makes people good at pretending they didn't hear. Most people, anyway. I'm not most people. I'm a horror streamer. Well, I was. When the listing popped up on my feed, I'd been staring at my analytics for an hour. Red arrows down. Average view duration, down. New subs, down. Sponsor interest, dead. I scrolled through my own thumbnails, me screaming at horror games, me reacting to cursed videos, me exploring haunted playgrounds that were really just old and badly lit. The comments had changed over the last year. Used to be scarier. Algorithm mid. You've gone soft, Ren LOL. Same content as everyone else. Same content as everyone else. That one stuck. I wanted something only I could do. The listing was like an answer to a prayer I hadn't admitted I'd made. 1K from the station. Top floor, corner unit. Rent, absurdly low. Under notes. Previous tenant deceased and room details available upon request. Noise-sensitive neighbors. No musical instruments. I laughed when I saw the floor plan. One-room shoebox. Tiny kitchen. Bathroom unit so small you could brush your teeth on the toilet. A narrow balcony facing another building's blank wall. Perfect. Not for life. For content. Chat liked real. What's more real than living in a room where someone actually died? I could see the series already. I moved into a real accident property, live 24/7. Listening for ghosts in my room all night. Let chat decide where I sleep in this haunted apartment. It was stupid. It was exploitative. It was exactly the kind of thing that got recommended. By the time I called the number, I'd already written the stream title in my head. The landlord met me at the station. He was in his 50s, suit too tight, hairline losing the fight. Young, he said when he saw me. Student? Streamer, I said. Online. His expression didn't change. To be clear, he said as we walked, you understand about the property, yes? Accident, I said. Previous tenant died. He winced at my bluntness. It was an uncommon case, he said. Police came. There was some media. We cleaned everything, of course. Renovated. The walls, the floor. That's fine, I cut in. I'm not squeamish. He glanced at me sideways. May I ask why you chose this property, he said. There are other units nearby, similar price. No. History. I smiled. Good story, I said. I talk about horror things online. People like this kind of background. Understanding flickered in his eyes. Not approval. Not exactly disapproval, either. More like resignation. Young people, he muttered. Always turning everything into a story. He didn't answer when I asked, lightly, what kind of story was it before I came? We reached the building. 4 floors, concrete, the kind of place that always looks a little damp even on sunny days. Mailboxes, some labeled, some not. Rust creeping up the railing. My room, 402. The hallway smelled faintly of cleaning chemicals and old oil. Again, the landlord said as we stood in front of the door, I must inform you that in this unit, 2 years ago, the previous tenant died, I said. Yeah. You said. He hesitated. She was also. He searched for a delicate word and failed. She also did internet videos. Live, something. A streamer. Of course. Coincidence, I said lightly. Maybe it's good luck. He did not laugh. He unlocked the door and slid it open. The room was bright. That was the first weird thing. Horror fans always imagine accident properties as dim, moldy, permanently late afternoon. This one was ordinary. White walls. Laminate floor. Ceiling light. Small window and balcony beyond. If I didn't know, I would never have guessed someone had died here. Only the air felt too clean. Like a smell had been scrubbed out, not faded naturally. "You're sure you're all right?" the landlord said. "People in your occupation, you like to make jokes, but this is not only story. A life ended here. In a broadcast." He said the last word like it tasted bad. I stopped halfway through inspecting the closet. "A broadcast?" I said. He nodded once. "She died on camera," he said. "No one noticed. They thought it was a stunt. For almost an hour." A chill slid down my spine. "How?" I asked before I could stop myself. He looked at the floor. "In the bath," he said. "Electric appliance. I don't know model. The police said it could have been accident, could have been intention. The commentary online." He shook his head. "I do not read such things anymore." He cleared his throat. "I tell you this so you do not bring such devices into the bath," he added pointedly. "And also so you know that some neighbors do not like that kind of internet. They complained. A lot. I thought of my chat. Of the donations, the spam, the jokes. They won't see me," I said. "I'll be quiet. I promise. Just talking. No screaming. No loud music." I didn't say, "The screaming will be in the thumbnails." He gave me the keys. When he left, I locked the door, stood in the middle of the empty room, and turned in a slow circle. "This is it, chat," I whispered to no one. Season 2. I started the first stream before I fully unpacked. Title: Moving into a Real Accident Property Japan, 24/7 stream from a Jikobukken. Thumbnail: me at the door, wide-eyed, vector blood dripping from the text. I set the camera on a tripod in the corner, angle wide enough to catch the whole room and part of the kitchenette. When I hit go live, the usual trickle of regulars flooded in. "No way it's a real one. Rent must be like 2 yen lol. Show us the bathroom. Is it that room from the news?" I did my intro, energy higher than I felt. "Yo, it's Ren. As promised, I signed the contract. This is my new home/content farm. Yes, it's a real accident property. Yes, someone died here. No, I'm not telling you the exact address, you freaks." Comments flew. "Clap if ghost. Any orbs yet? Check the closets. Landlord's watching this like." I played it up. Opened every cabinet. Showed the empty closet. Knocked on the walls. "Anyone there?" I called. "Knock twice if you hate streamers." The wall stayed silent. Chat filled the gap. "If ghost, it's unsubbed. Bro, even the dead are bored. Karma for making content out of this." The only place I didn't show in detail was the bathroom. I gave them a quick shot, tiny unit, plastic tub, mirror with a bit of corrosion at the edges, and pulled the camera back. "Out of respect," I said. "That's where she, you know." "You're scared," someone wrote. "Bathtub stream when? 100K subs and we get a haunted bath ASMR?" I laughed. "Nah," I said. "I'm not dying for content." The first week, the streams did exactly what I hoped. Numbers went up. Clips went viral. "Streamer lives in accident property. Here's weird noise at 3 a.m. Door behind him moves by itself." The weird thing was, I hadn't heard anything. In one clip, I'm talking to chat about takeout options. Behind me, the sliding door to the balcony shifts open an inch, then closes. Smoothly. No draft. No visible hand. Chat spammed. Behind you. Door WTF. Rewind 032. On stream, in the moment, I didn't feel a thing. Another clip, 2 days later. I'm half asleep on the futon, face toward the camera. The room is dark except for the monitor light. In the black square of the window above me, a pale reflection appears for a few frames. Female. Long hair. Head tilted slightly, like she's watching. I slept through it. Chat didn't. When I woke up to get water, the VOD comments were a wall of, "Did you see her? She smiled at 3:14. Same room as that girl from 2 years ago. Wait, is this the same apartment?" I told myself it was compression artifacts. Reflections. Someone outside. Troll edits. But every time I watched those clips, my skin crawled. Not because of the ghost. Because of the way chat reacted. Half of them were thrilled. Half genuinely scared. A few, weirdly possessive. "Don't show her. She's ours. Old fans know. We were here before you, Ren. Respect the original streamer." I clicked one of the usernames. The account's page was blank. No uploads. No playlists. Only one line in the bio, in English. I died live. On the 10th night, it got personal. I was doing the late Q&A stream, just chatting with the viewers, camera propped on the desk, the rest of the room behind me. We'd made it to that cozy part of the night where the numbers dropped and the regulars stayed, half asleep in bed, typing with one thumb. "Do you ever feel guilty living there?" someone asked. I read it out loud. "Guilty?" I said. "Why?" "Landlord's happy. This room was empty for 2 years. I'm paying rent." About her, the commenter clarified. There was no avatar. Just a gray silhouette. Username, 0yuka0. My mouth went dry. "Her?" I said. "The previous tenant?" "Yeah," they wrote. "You're finishing her stream." The AC hummed. I forced a laugh. "I mean, I don't know what her content was," I said. "We just happen to have the same job, I guess. Maybe she'd be happy someone's using the room." Found her old clips, another user wrote. Backups. Mirror channels. She did horror streams too. Room looks same. Send link, Miyako type viewers spammed. Links flooded the chat. I clicked one. A low-res thumbnail. A girl sitting where I was sitting, angle slightly different but unmistakable, same white walls, same window above the futon, same cheap desk. Title, Late Night Horror Talk from a Jikobukken. Her face was blurred in the thumbnail, either by the mirror channel or by time, but I could see shapes. Rounded jaw. Dyed hair. Headphones around her neck. "It's a bad idea to watch that live," someone wrote. Energy stacks. "Do it," others spammed. React content. I hovered over the play button. My finger trembled. "I'll watch it later," I said. Off stream. "I don't want to get banned for something she said." Coward, chat wrote. Scared, they wrote. Respect, a few wrote. Talk about her instead, 0yuka0 wrote. Tell us how it feels. How it feels? I said. To sit where she died, they replied. My chest tightened. I forced a smile. It feels like any other room, I said. Honestly. White walls, cheap floor, noisy neighbors. The meaning is all in your head. Is it? They wrote. Donations trickled in. People paying to ask if I'd ever heard water running at night. If I kept electronics out of the bathroom. If I ever woke up with my hair wet. Guys, I said. Seriously. I'm not trying to mock her. I just needed somewhere cheap and interesting. And, okay, yeah, I knew it would be good content. But I'm not dancing on her grave. You're sleeping in it, one user wrote. I killed the stream early that night. The monitor light went black. The room felt suddenly too quiet. I lay on the futon, staring at the ceiling. Above my bed, the dark window reflected a faint ghost of the room, my shape, the desk, the camera tripod. For half a second, my brain told me there was someone else in the reflection. A girl, sitting where I sat, watching me. I closed my eyes. When I woke up, there was condensation on the inside of the window. A sentence traced in the fog. Stream more. Things escalated after that. Little glitches. Chat messages from accounts I couldn't click. Superchats with amounts and patterns, 4,444 yen. 44:44 timestamps. Messages like, I finally got someone to watch with me again. Sometimes, the donation alert would go off with no visible source. My alerts were simple, a bell sound, a small animation of water ripples. One night, the bell chimed 3 times in a row. I checked the log. No new donations. Bug, I told myself. In the VOD, later, you could see the surface of the water in a glass on my desk shiver each time the bell rang. Chat noticed. They always did. They wrote. She's back. She likes you. She's using you. She's lonely. The more scared they got, the more they watched. The more they watched, the more money I made. Do you want me to stop? I asked one night, voice low, serious. For a moment, the chat went almost still. Then the flood. Don't. If you stop, she'll be alone again. We need you to finish the story. Just one more arc. We've already seen one person die, what's a second? I stared at those last words. One person die? I typed quickly. What do you mean, you saw? The answer came from 0yuka0. We were there, they wrote. We watched her. We thought it was fake. For almost an hour. Another user chimed in. I clipped it, they wrote. Got banned. Re-uploaded. Banned again. Doesn't matter. It's in here. They added a ghost emoji. I wanted to say, you're sick. I wanted to ban them all. Instead, I said what any streamer trying to survive says. Guys, I said, forcing a smile. Let's change the topic. New horror game tonight. Less bathtub, more jump scares, okay? I booted up the game. In the corner of the screen, the tiny webcam frame showed my face, pale but smiling, in the rectangle of the room behind me. For a few frames, the back of my chair wasn't empty. A girl's head rested there, chin on the fabric, like she was watching the screen over my shoulder. No one in chat mentioned it in real time. They were too busy spamming emotes at the game. They only saw her later. Freeze framed. Brightness up. Contrast high. She looks like the old streamer. Same headphones. Same shirt from that final stream. Rin is just season 2. I wish I could tell you I did the smart thing. Ended the series. Moved out. God help. What I did instead was what the room had been waiting for. I announced a special. 100,000 subs 3 a.m. bath stream accident property IRL horror. Yui, yes, that was her name too, had done something similar, according to the fragments chat dug up. A relaxing bath cue and that turned into a death. My editor, who hated this whole arc but loved the numbers, texted me. You sure? This is a bit, line crossing, no? I replied. It's just water. I'll be careful. I'll keep electronics outside like a good boy. He sent back a skull emoji and a link to a life insurance ad. Chat lost its mind. Let's go. Cursed tradition. She'll be there. This feels wrong but I can't not watch. The night of the stream, I set everything up meticulously. Camera on a tripod in the doorway, angled to show the bathroom unit, tub, curtain pulled halfway for modesty, my face, the small shelf with shampoo and soap. No electronics near the water. Just me, a waterproof mic, and 1,000 watching eyes. Before I hit go live, I stared at myself in the mirror. I looked tired. Not horror streamer insomnia tired. Soul tired. You don't have to do this, I told my reflection. The reflection smiled. You already did, it mouthed. For a second, I thought I saw long hair where mine should be. I blinked. It was just me again. I started the stream. The viewer count climbed fast. 10K. 20K. 30K. More than I'd ever have for anything. The chat flew so fast it was unreadable. I waved at the camera, sitting in the lukewarm water, towel wrapped around my shoulders, trying not to think about who had sat here last. Yo, I said. We did it. 100K subs. As promised, stupid bath stream from the most cursed unit in the building. No electrical appliances will be harmed in the making of this content. Or people. Liar, someone wrote. Deja vu. Her last words were almost the same. Roll clip. Don't, I said sharply, as if they could hear the tone beneath the stream delay. No clips of her here. This is my channel. My mess. Our mess, Zero Yuka Zero wrote. The water lapped at the sides of the tub. The room seemed smaller. Hotter. Okay, I said, forcing cheer. Q&A time. Ask me anything. Horror, life, this room, whatever. Questions flew. Do you really not believe in ghosts? Would you move if something really happened? What did the landlord tell you exactly? Have you ever dreamt of drowning? I answered mechanically. Joked. Deflected. The longer I talked, the more I felt lightheaded. Not like the steam was getting to me. Like I was on a delay. Like I was half a second behind my own words. In the chat, messages started to repeat. At first I thought it was spam. The same line, over and over, from different usernames. Can you hear the water when the mic is off? I frowned. I'm not turning off the mic, I said. That would make a very boring stream. It's already off, someone wrote. I checked the indicator. The mic icon flickered. For a split second, it showed muted. Then normal. I hadn't touched it. Glitch, I said. Talk to her, Zero Yuka Zero wrote. She's been waiting. That's enough, I snapped. I'm not a medium. I'm not your seance host. The chat slowed. For a heartbeat, the only message on screen was from Zero Yuka Zero. We're not talking to you, it said. The bathroom light flickered. In the momentary dark, the water felt thicker. Like it wasn't just water. Like something else was in it. When the light came back, my reflection in the metal tap didn't quite match my movements. I moved my hand. The reflection lagged. I smiled. The reflection didn't. It stared at me with someone else's tired eyes. I heard myself laugh, thin and too loud. Okay, I said. Chat, you win. I'm creeped out. 5 more minutes, then I'm ending. I'll do a real Q&A tomorrow, on the futon, with clothes, like a normal person. No, Zero Yuka Zero wrote. Others echoed. No. Don't stop. Almost there. Finish the stream this time. The phrase pricked me. This time? A donation alert chimed. No overlay appeared. Just the sound. Bell. In my glass of water on the sink, unseen by me, the surface shivered. The chat froze. Then a single new message appeared, overriding everything for a second, like a system message. From, account deleted. Thank you for continuing. The message vanished. The username reverted to random spam. Half of chat screamed. The other half claimed they didn't see it. I'm done, I said, voice shaking now. We're done. Good night. I reached for the mouse on the shelf by the door. My fingers closed around nothing. The mouse was gone. I looked at the camera. The red light blinked steadily. I couldn't remember where I'd put the stop button. Behind the lens, the tiny monitor showed me the bathroom. Only it wasn't quite right. The me in the monitor was still smiling. Still talking. Water up to my neck. My real body was shaking, hands on the tub edge, ready to stand. The bathroom door in the monitor was closed. In reality, it was open. I stared at my own face on the screen. My reflection turned its head slowly toward the camera. Her hair fell into her eyes. "Stay," she mouthed. The chat exploded. Some saw her. Some saw only me. Some saw nothing. I know this because later, when they talked about it, no one's version matched. In the moment, all I saw was that my body was not entirely my own. That something in the room had been waiting for me to make exactly this series of choices. Move in. Stream. Invite witnesses. Get in the bath. Ask if I should stop. And then keep going. I stood. The room spun. Water sloshed. My foot slipped on something small and round at the bottom of the tub. A marble. Cloudy glass. A swirl of blue and green inside. For a split second, I had a choice. Grab the curtain. Grab the edge. Grab the shelf. I grabbed the camera. The last thing the stream saw was the ceiling, the light, and a spray of water. The last thing I heard was chat spamming. Is this real? Good acting. Someone call an ambulance. Not again. I can't watch this twice. Then the screen went black. I'm not telling this from the other side. I didn't die. Not then. Someone clipped the fall. Someone called the police for real this time. The landlord let them in. They pulled me out. The papers called it a streaming stunt gone wrong. The comments argued about responsibility. Idiot deserved it. Landlord's fault. Platform's fault. Viewer's fault. No one's fault. Ghost. The landlord terminated my contract. I moved back to my parents' place. My channel survived. Viewers came and went. Some stayed. Some left. Sometimes at night, my phone buzzes with notifications from old videos. New comments on the Accident Property series. Just found this in 2031, anyone else? Still the scariest Jikobukken arc on YouTube. RIP. Wait, did he actually die? No new uploads in 3 years. I want to correct them. Tell them I'm alive. Tell them I'm fine. Tell them I stopped because I grew up, not because I drowned. Then I see the usernames. Some I recognize. Some I don't. Some look wrong. Pale avatars. No content. Bios that say things like, still watching. Didn't leave the room. Waiting for next tenant. The landlord will list 402 again. Sooner or later, some other creator will decide rent is cheap and content is everything. They'll make their intro video. They'll show the room. They'll read the comments. They'll see the old clips of me, and before me, her. They'll think, I can do this better. The room will think, third time's the charm. If you ever see a thumbnail with a face like mine, in a room like that, with a title like Living in a Real Accident Property 24/7, and you feel that itch in your finger to click, don't. Not because you'll curse yourself. Because you'll be one more pair of eyes making it worth it. One more voice saying again. One more weight on the scale, pushing someone who's already tired into the water. Ghosts don't have to do anything. They just have to wait until we choose the haunted option ourselves. And if, while you're scrolling, you see a gray account called 0yuka0 commenting, thank you for continuing, remember. Even if the stream ends, the room is still live.